Hello everybody. I decided to make a video today, especially as we are entering a very dangerous times, in times with this cabal that observes celestial events, and there has been rain of meteorites, or so they say, and we are entering the flashes in the sun and corridor of eclipses until about the 12th of November. So everybody should be extra careful when it comes to their emotional state, trying to keep and preserve their inner peace in order not to get upset, and everybody must be alert, and everybody must observe their chronic conditions and be aware of the headaches and loss of attention. So be extra mindful on the roads. Do not look at your phone at all times. This will be very dangerous coming 2 weeks, and I would suggest to everybody to purchase their medicines, especially those that purify blood, in advance. So in any case, I wanted to pay attention to how importantly grave situation is with those that you consider Ukrainians. So basically, in my opinion, the victimhood is just the game that they play, and it is a gaslighting. And in my opinion, one such quote person like this Anthony Blinken, which is of Ukrainian origin, can destroy the country from within. And unfortunately, that's what is going to happen, because he is in charge of foreign policy, and he will, this one with the solid black eyes, will do what he does. Okay? Biden cabinet favorite Tony Blinken once produced a New York City vampire movie. Anthony Blinken once helped produce The Addiction, a Hollywood movie set on the campus of New York University. About the vampires, you see, those things that basically makes their money with their secret service organ and blood business that they do on the masses. That's what they are. Again, Anthony Blinken, Secretary of State of the United States, and he had been working in that field for many years now, is of Ukrainian origin. And I just wanted to say, just on the level, not on the level of actual deeds, but on the level of energy, the lies, the gaslighting, the pretending victims, fakery, what is going to happen when this evil enters your borders, even in form of energy. That's not good. So anyways, this is a comment to a video on YouTube on CNN why Ukrainian officials are confident they can defeat So the comment is by someone, Leah Lee, and 3 days ago she wrote, I donate money for Ukrainian twice recently and plan to do so more often as long as they are fighting. People who has never lived under the dictatorial regime doesn't understand how it feel. Basically, you won't have dignity and simply have no control over your own life. Ukrainian is really fighting for the whole democratic world. If the world is controlled by countries like Russia and China, nobody can live a decent life without kneeling down. Ukrainian people is fighting for you, for me, and everybody who loves freedom and democracy. I personally will support them to the end. So, what you need to understand here is that scamming is very prominent business over there, along with their surrogacy and organ stuff and prostitution scam. And this person is on your Western taxpayer money. At work, at her desk, for your taxpayers' money, is typing this shit on request of MI6 and the Pentagon. They have certain methodological books, textbooks, manuals, and they stick to that. And this person is Ukrainian. She doesn't donate shit. She just pretends to be a Westerner because it's a psychological trick, it's a scam, and they are very keen on that type of stuff. It's like the national sport. And she took up the Western name Leah and an Asian surname Lee, while she is some kind of Olena and Oksana or Yana typing from Kiev or some stuff like that. And she doesn't donate shit. She wants to shame you into donation, and she tries to make it so to appear Westerner so that it would be relatable, so that if she types under her own name, then you will understand that she's biased towards her own country. And so she fakes that she is from the West. And that's how they all operate, to create an illusion and to shame you into donating money in that stuff. Again, she doesn't donate shit, she's just lying. And this Leah Lee, screen name, the same initials. I talk about same initials all the time. That's what those Masons do, and that's what these agents are also instructed to do, those bots, because this is the way that they can recognize each other. See, same initials, this is how they recognize each other, so that they would not engage in a pointless fights with each other, because they, outside of being aggressive towards Russians, for example, or Jews, they also like to fight in between themselves. And so that's basically what you should be aware of. This is a kind of deception. It's like a puzzle. It's very complex. It's complicated, but Once you see that, you will see the rest of the stuff. So, other things that I wanted to mention was they replied to me the following. So one person who is not aware of it, apparently from Italy, says, what about Palestinians? Or because Ukrainians are blonde and blue and beautiful, you are going to donate your whole retirement? Fucking hypocrites. So I replied to him again, so that you know, you do not understand the creature's game. She does not donate anything. She is Ukrainian, pretending to be a Westerner. By typing this, she wants you to donate, to shame you into donation. That's basically it. It's a fake comment by a person with fake name of Ukrainian origin. They adopt fake English name, usually with same initials. That's how they recognize each other. The nation of professional scammers. They just love to play victim card. It kind of triggers male primal instinct when they play that is a sexual in nature, and that's what they exploit. The man's instinct of protector of a victim, and it is a primal instinct that is in and it triggers some sexuality in them towards the Ukrainians. Secondly, they aren't that attractive, just high maintenance. Fake hair extensions cut off from a horse or some dead person, Botox lips, fake tattooed eyebrows pluck out of someone's ass. Try it without all of that and you will be scared. Michael Dupre. Quite a long, brief and long-winding bullshit. Russian invasion of Ukraine started before 2014. Let's talk about Argentina, Georgia, to name a couple of the past few times Russia invaded Ukraine. So I reply, Argentina and Georgia is also your territory? Sorry, my bad. I always forget that Columbus was Ukrainian and how big was Sumer. And yeah, look at this one, Marina Keller. Most of what you type is not true. You listen to propaganda and you suggest that person who lived there doesn't know the real situation. Please stop posting your essays online. Forward it to your professor. I donated over 37k to Ukraine and will continue helping no matter what. I am from that era, not enough with telling me what happened as if you know better. So basically that thing switches between the accounts on Google and types on behalf of different people. She donated 37k. Do you really believe that she donated 37k to Ukraine? Of course she didn't. 37 is just a trans trigger number. 777, the Masonic shit. So this is what Ukrainian wrote to me. Danny Boy VTC. So he pretends to be Danny Boy. So again, he took a Western surname. Name. Did you squat type in this Gopnik toilet thief? So I reply, yes, only you are luxurious and exclusive. All the rest are subhuman and primitive. So you say. And another person replied to him, Ukraine is also a dictatorship, so what are you yapping about? So when I typed all this about them beheading people, destroying monuments, and they replied to me that it's all not truth, that it is propaganda in order to blame them, okay? That they are victims. Once they are in Ukraine, they terrorize their own Russian-speaking population for speaking Russian. That's it. For not agreeing with their Nazi nationalism. And in order to scare, to bully, to intimidate everybody, they do all kinds of atrocious shit. But they don't want to show what they do within their country to Russians, because they have to play this victim part once they enter European Union or United States or Australia or any other country where they are now claiming refugee status and benefits on your taxpayer money. And they start to ask me questions about why I say what I say. Again, I refer to you to my videos that I did recently about why Ukraine deserved what they deserve. And there are things, there is a list of things. And they say it's a lie, okay? They say it's a lie. Okay, this one, Irina Kovalenko. She was killed by Russians back in September. And they'll be posting things like she's a victim and all like that. But the fact is, what she did, she was killing Russians. She was severing heads, and she was cutting off genitals. She was cutting off people's heads, and she was cutting off genitals. Irina Bastet Kovalenko from Azov, Ukrainian Nazi militants, which filmed videos which was addressed to Russian military. Roasted Moskali must not live. These are her words. So roasted, it's because they mock on people that were over 40 people that were burned alive in Odessa trade union house back in 2014. That's why they laugh at them, they mock and say that Russians are roasted. She cut and by cruel torture killed Russian soldiers. Also, she was famous for cutting out male genitals with the knife. And they claim that this is not true. And each video of her doing this, they were bragging about it. They posted it on Instagram, they posted it on Telegram. And this Bastet, this is what you need to understand, the inadequacy of their heads. What happens inside their head. So Bastet is a goddess of ancient Egypt. So they claim that they are Sumerians, okay? So they confuse that area a little bit with Egypt. But anyhow, they say that their ideology is Nazi and that all brown people should die, along with Jews and Russians. So, at the same time, that's how inadequate their head is. They adopt the names of gods that actually belong to people of brown ethnicity, of brown skin. Do you understand this? That's how their heads are. And when they are confronted with this type of shit, that they have some kind of megalomania, God complex, something like that, that they claim that they are divine and have a right to take somebody's life because they are the goddesses of underworld or something like that. When they get confronted with that thing, that they actually, as Nazi, they hate people with brown skin, they claim that those people back in Egypt, they were actually white and blue-eyed like them. And they claim that Jesus was also Ukrainian, blonde and blue-eyed. Anyways, yeah, you can Ukraine, you can Google, you not Google, but find in the search engine, if you Google this Bastet, Ukrainian, Azov, torture of Russians, you will find the videos. Of course, Ukrainians try to wipe them out of internet because they want only Russian internet to have this, so that they would scare and intimidate us. But those videos are there, and don't believe these Ukrainians that say that this is Russian propaganda, this is something organized by Russian mafia. No, they actually do this. So, let's read something that was happening even long ago. Check out. Father and son cannibals who beheaded an ex-cop and cooked his body parts are jailed for 15 years in Ukraine. This is by Daily Mail, by the way. Maxim and Yaroslav Kostyukov, 42 and 21, were convicted of murder in Ukraine. They will serve sentences of 15 years for murder of Evgeny Petrov, 45. The three had been drinking together when a row developed over the conflict between Kiev's forces and pro-Moscow rebels in the eastern part of the country. Yaroslav Kostyukov then severed the ex-policeman's head and cut out flesh from the corpse, as well as his heart, kidneys, liver, and other internal organs. And this is Ukrainian state social advertisement. And look at this Ukrainian. She is in kind of ritualistic attire, claiming to be goddess of the underworld. And she has like something like a blood on her lips, like that Anthony Blinken vampire stuff, you know? And this is a Ukrainian social advertisement on its state television, financed by the taxpayers' government. And it says, initial and ancient Ukrainian god. And now we are harvesting our bloody harvest. You see? She and the scepter. And this was, of course, by the written by PR company somewhere in Great Britain, by the creatures from the benefit balcony. See what she does. That's the kind of people that you accept as your refugees. That they arriving at your land now. You see? They think it's funny, or they think it's necessary what should be done. Okay? This is the ad they are running on the state TV. Okay? And if you don't want to think about it, you just need to realize that even energy of these people who are now trying to come to your land, who are now claiming benefits, who are claiming your tax money, you must understand the seriousness of it and what's been put inside their heads, that they are somewhat inadequate. Okay? And the most important thing I will not say here, but I will post it as a link, and I will let you see the video for yourselves. The video won't be allowed to play here, but I wanted to say that something is wrong with a person who severs head of a monument of the grave because somebody, it's a Russian person's name, who tries to smear blood on a monument because somebody is Polish, or who tries to write on a grave, who tries to vandalize somebody's grave, and then say that basically Russians should be stabbed with knives, or say something like Jews should be killed. Fucking Jews should be killed. How do you write on a monument of 1940 that commemorates the death of the Jews that you slaughtered? You vandalize it, write a swastika on it, and then you say Jews should be killed. So anyways, the most important is what I will post in my comment section. You need to see this video so that you know what kind of, quote, victims you are dealing with. For real, you need to live in reality, okay?